Wouldn't it be lacquer if Ignition could bring some good, positive news to the motoring industry? It always seems like it's doom and gloom.
Yeah, but it's not just the motoring industry. I mean, it's all industries around the world struggling.
I guess the only thing in South Africa from a motoring point of view that's booming is the second-hand car market.
Well, absolutely. And if you can't get into the second-hand car market, why not sell a new car at an old price, like the WRX Impreza, which is going for $269?
That's insane, because that's 1996's price when it came out.
Absolutely, and it's 50,000 rand less than what the price should be. So I feel sorry for the Oaks who bought one last year.
Yeah, very grumpy. But the weird thing is, even with such an amazing deal, this poor Subaru has got such mixed reviews. People, I don't know, they're just very negative about it.
They are. I like the looks, I have to say. I like the looks of this car, but let's find out how it drives.
The first thing you notice about the Scooby is its sound. That unbelievable growl is perhaps deceptive about its performance, but the WRX's aggressive looks do come with a matching drive, if you're not comparing it with anything else. The special deal is in celebration of the Impreza Turbo's 15th year anniversary. Yes, the sedan turbo originally screamed onto the European market back in 1994, with the WRX making its way to SA in 2000.
When people talk Subaru, or Scooby as the petrol heads like to call them, they always think of the rich racing heritage. Unbelievable big fat tailpipes and lots of rubber, insane power and amazing handling. A lot of that has to do obviously with their involvement in the rally championship as well. But today on Ignition I'm sitting in the Subaru WRX Impreza, and it is everything but that. And maybe therein lies the problem. People kind of expect a boy racer, and you get into this and it is a very, very well equipped car for just cruising around town. It doesn't have an exceptionally hard ride at all, so you could happily put your friends in there and take a leisurely Sunday drive. It still has all the power though, 169 kilowatts, plenty of torque, and obviously all-wheel drive, so you are going to be pretty safe on the road. I guess when people think of this and they start throwing this car into corners like we're doing here at Swartkorps, they might say, oh, the nose dips, it feels a bit wallowy, the nose tends to wash out. But really, are you ever going to do that on the road? Never. This car is actually awesome. 169 kilowatts for 269,000 rand. That's insane special they're running. I think it makes it a superbly valued car.
So let's take a closer look at that style. Some say it's gone from iconic and mean to just plain fugly. We at Ignition quite like its looks though. Sure, it's not quite as aggressive as the previous iteration, but from the front it's certainly got attitude and personality. Shuffle around to the back though and it's a different story. My Scooby's gone soft, they cried. Instead of the mean spoiler and blunt bum, the WRX designer had a moment with his feminine side and got creative with the light cluster. Nevertheless, the on-road quality is still there and the interior is less objectionable, if somewhat bland. You'll know it's a Subaru the minute you turn the ignition. From there, it's very much two eyes and a nose in the cockpit. Comfy seats, ergonomically accommodating, and more or less what you'd expect from a car like this. Some have complained about its boot space, but we managed to fit a fair amount in once you put the seats down. Back on the track, the 2.5-litre flat-4 Boxer engine gives you sufficient pulling power, while the symmetrical all-wheel drive system keeps your 17-inch tackies on the top. And that lovely sound? Well, yes, that's not exactly standard.
Subaru's got that racing heritage, that rally heritage. Okay, they've now pulled out of WRC, but it's still there. People know it for that. I've been driving it on the road. You got to drive it on the track. A lot of people have criticized it for its handling. What did you think?
No, it's kind of bizarre. As comfortable as we're sitting on the track right now, I don't think that's where this car is going to be really feeling super at home. They've toned it down. That's what amazed me. People don't seem to see it. They've toned it down. So, sure, on the track it's going to feel a bit washy, the front end, and it is going to flip and wallow through corners. But
that's why you got the STI.
Thank you.
To take that on the track.
Somebody with a brain. Nobody ever, that's what amazed me, nobody ever is going to drive the car like we were driving on the track. So I think when you drive it around town, it's well set up, it's a softer ride, you're not getting your jawbones rattled. Hell, who on earth is ever going to drive the car as hard as we're driving on the track? And it amazed me, people just don't seem to see it. They're dumb. This car is well set up for every single day driving.